tournaments while you guys were doing your coaching, so I had only like 2 games left. So, there's one video or one code that I sent that uh is for Kiri for one of the games I just finished playing.
Mhm.
The other one is for Juno because I have been playing her a decent amount. Um, I don't know if you want to start with one or the other, but uh they're both wins. I wanted to try and find a loss, but the losses lately were like complete stomps where it didn't even make sense to include them. So, um, yeah, that's the current state of things. I do
Mhm.
think also that like this week was hard for me to like play a good amount, and even when we were doing scrims or whatever or games, I sat myself out a lot just because work was a lot like really stressful this week.
Mm.
So I didn't focus as much on Overwatch as I would have liked. I was like mentally drained this week. So
Mm. Okay. Okay. When you had time, is there anything you've been trying to practice from our
yeah,
previous time?
I've still been trying to practice like verticality and like making sure I'm trying to take off angles. It doesn't always work. Um and the couple things I've noticed, like where I make the mistake, I immediately notice. And it happened just now in the Midtown game that I sent you. Um I sacrifice myself too much still, and that's one thing that I need to work on is like gauging whether I'm gonna die or not if I do something,
Mm.
like TP in to help somebody. So I definitely still need to work on that, but I feel like I've been getting better about it. Just not quite where I want to be.
Mm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. How is the we talked about the safety a lot, yeah, making sure you survive from the angles longer. Trying to minimize angles you deal with stuff like that. Did you look to practice that using corners actively?
Yeah, that's one thing that I've been like really thank you, I forgot about that. So that's one thing I've been really focused on like throughout all the games that I'm in. Um well, most of them, I can't say all, but a lot of them, I'm like, okay, what active angles are there right now? Like, am I exposing myself to too many and like pulling myself back into like safety? Um, Not
Mhm.
obviously every time, but I definitely, that's been the one thing that I like tried to focus on the most.
Hmm.
And it definitely helped me a ton, like stay alive in a lot of situations, but um, obviously not perfect quite yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. Let's take a look. So this one here, we want to go over your Kiri first. Let's see, or yeah, Kiri first is the first one, and second is
Yeah.
Juno. What is? Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, what does the character want to work on more? Probably Kiri still, or
Yeah, probably Kiri still. I just threw the Juno one in case we end up having extra time at the end and we want to
oh,
look at
sure,
it.
sure, sure, sure. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's take a look. Any difficulties on this map you've been facing in general as a Kiri?
Um, Not necessarily like on the map because I'm Kiri. This specific game, we just kind of weren't coordinated all that well in the beginning. Obviously, it's like comp, so it's not, a team coordination thing, just more so playing with random people. So,
Okay. Yeah, let's take a look. So you guys.
so our sim wanted to TP in,
Mhm.
messed up the TP, and then people got split up.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the idea was to go like up into that window on high ground, but that didn't quite happen that way. So the start was a little rough.
Where should it be now? What's your thoughts?
In the window up top, high ground probably, or on
Yeah.
the fire truck,
Fire
like one
truck.
of those
Yeah.
two.
Those two.
Um, yeah,
So see, just like quite open angle there. It seems like.
yeah.
Okay. Well, it's you guys still get a lot of value there. They might retake though. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Okay, you have to reset there. Okay. What do you? Let's go back. What do you stand here now? Yeah, like why not to maybe move up a little, stuff like that.
Um, Yeah, I probably should have gotten the high ground to get some poke before the fight starts.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, yeah, probably just push to here. It seems, yeah, get a little bit of space going. Okay. Yeah, it just starts pushing up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, this first point was a little bit rough, and
Mm.
I definitely caught some mistakes when I was watching it back.
Yeah. No, well, the biggest thing from here is just the notes I mentioned before. You need to move from corner to corner and deal with one angle at a time. Like, you need to minimize the sweats you deal with at all times.
This is what I was talking about with regards to like me sacrificing myself, was like TPing into that when I didn't know what the risks were, obviously,
Hmm.
to help our Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up dying.
Mm-hmm.
He stays alive, but I end up dying, and yeah, so
no, what you should be
that's
doing
one of the
here?
things
What
I need to
What do you
focus
think?
on. Probably starting to get like some sort of off angle,
Mm-hmm.
moving away from where I'm at right now,
Hmm.
instead of trying to save our Doom.
How do you? Yeah, but how do you decide if you should be or not? What is it based on? What's your thoughts? What you should be looking at, generally speaking?
Mm, I don't know right
I'm
here.
thinking like some triggers, yeah, because this is how you might fix it. Like thinking about certain triggers. You at all times you trying to make sure you enable something what's active, like the most active angle, but you at all times, yeah, let's put it this way, whenever you're trying to TP somewhere, trying to maybe, generally speaking, support the angle, you most of the time need to do it in relation to where your team is fighting. So
Okay.
you can keep an eye on something what's called the kill zone, for example. You can actively scout for that, like constantly ask yourself, where is that exactly? So we'll not make that decision to go that far. What is the kill zone? Is the position where location where most of your team can be active in a way. So for example, my team now, they sort of able to easily fight all of this space behind this line, kind of this one. Most of your team, they
Mhm.
have angles. They have a good range to fight people. They can use their abilities and such. And its usual idea is to make sure you contribute to the kill zone, but try to do it from the angle still. So
Okay.
if my kill zone is over there, if you're gonna be TPing towards the Doomfist, generally speaking, it's not gonna help as much because your team can't follow up on what you're doing because you're not doing it
True.
within the
Okay.
kill zone, kind of. That's why
Okay.
I would say, yeah, try to contribute contribute to kill zone. Mm, anticipating, yeah, like anticipate where is that gonna be, yeah, where the kill zone is, and you also a lot of times it's just about looking around, maybe like checking, just in case, checking, okay, what my team is doing, where they are, so it's gonna be easy at all times. Okay, here, you know, you can anticipate where your kill zone is gonna be. Well, sort of, maybe you can even see, okay, where's that now? What's your thoughts?
Um,
What it seems
right
like.
where like the Doom and Ash are, and a little bit further up once
Yeah, yeah, kind of towards
the
this space
fight
here.
starts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like kind of towards that. Okay, what the angle should be at this point then.
Probably that high ground on the top right, or even right on like the green, right next to like where the Zarya and Kiri are, like that high
Mm-hmm.
ground.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, exactly. And see, this is where you're gonna be deciding if somebody really needs help. If they're within the kill zone mainly, you can easily get any team's line of sight. Then it should be fine. Like if this Doomfist needs help, if you TP towards him, it's alright. Somebody needs help there, it's gonna be alright. But most of the time, it's not gonna be alright if they really commit really, I don't know, like really far back. Mostly, that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
So here, it's just yeah, definitely. I definitely think. See, like now, maybe even here you could actually TP in. Actually, why not? Because
Okay.
your angles, your angles within the line of sight, you can easily also maybe use that pillar, try to play around that to survive. Like once you TP in, it's mostly about using cover and how you use the mechanics. It might be possible actually, maybe, but I wouldn't. You don't even have to do that if you set up the best way possible to contribute to the kill zone. So see, instead of pushing this card here, just go here, yeah, or maybe
Okay.
take the right side. You should set up accordingly.
I think that's one habit that I'm still trying to break is like
Uh-huh.
payload.
Yeah, yeah,
Worrying
yeah,
about the payload too much.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Especially when you when it's a real fight, when it's about to start, you should try to contribute to it, and you have a lot of guys pushing the payload already too, so you shouldn't be doing that. You definitely need to prioritize seeing how can you control the map first. It just seems like because of the let's see where you end up. Why you gonna die there? See this?
Because we're so far away
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
everyone else and
The,
they have high ground
yeah,
there.
the kills on melee. It's just in front of the
Yeah.
payload, kind of like this sort of line you can cross, and most of the time you're not gonna be fine in those angles. You can be fine, but it's, you have to do storm play from here. Maybe if you flanking from that space, try to set up for an ultimate. Maybe try to. Yeah, I think ultimate can be fine. You make sure you have cover. This also helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now like this TPN is okay. Can survive. Yeah, this is alright.
We end up using so many ults here.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I mean, we win the fight, but we used like almost every ult. Well, we used every ult we had.
Okay, need to set up on the angle accordingly to where the kill zone is. Where should he go?
I TP into the Ash right after this,
Yeah,
so up
so yeah.
high ground.
Yeah. Ash is okay. You can also even be here if you like. The kill zone's gonna
Okay.
be over there, kind of. If your Ash is to, especially they having this angle, might be even towards here, this space. It's definitely possible, but requires you to do it early. Don't be stuck on card. Make sure you do it right away. You set up.
Okay.
The in the scrims, of course, if you have this situation, nobody's pushing the card. Who's pushing the card? Well, it can be you sometimes, but then because you play with the rest of your team, you also will make sure you to be towards those angles to have good sideline and everything to be able to contribute to the kill zone. So yeah, it's kind of there's general thing you do need to really think about our previous notes on this is what I mentioned, moving from corner to corner. Maybe you can add another note to it, such as whenever you're fighting, like there's a tendency you always go back. Like you go back, or some people also go forward for no reason when they're shooting. This is what's called like, for example, if you go forward when you're shooting, it's like plat magnet. That's what it's called, or well, yeah, a lot of people call it that. Or if you go back again, it's not that you're gonna be any safer. And you're doing that. Like if the trace is attacking me, for example, instead of doing that, go towards the corner. So it's kind of 8D strafe. So see how far you are? Like there's no reason. Just go
Yeah.
here. Need to really move the corner.
Okay.
So I would say this additionally, like avoid going backwards. And that's what been happening in the first point too. And that's why you out in the
Yeah.
open a lot. And you go, you remember this when you died to Zarya. So
Mhm.
it's been here. Even though you're here, for some reason go backwards, but you still die. Just choose to use the closest corner you got. So it can be this,
Okay.
or it can be the fire truck. You need to go towards the cover first, not use distance as your safety. It's never safe when you're trying to go backwards, basically. The enemy's still
Yeah.
gonna catch you. Yeah. Like I see here, yeah, like why not why move backwards if I can move to cover? What am I safe to safety? And then also shoot people. Like it's never safe. And you're also wasting time by walking backwards and forward. If you just move to cover, then you don't have to invest as much time into picking the angle and then maybe shooting at the enemy as well.
Okay.
Yeah, does it all would make sense or any questions?
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm just, uh, yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So here we're resetting. Yeah, it's okay. The killzone's gonna be on the corner. He's alright. Okay, let's see the defense. Yeah, so far it's just like how you use cover, and you need to set up an angle accordingly to the kill zones. Make sure you use those angles more. Okay.
This part, I wasn't sure where I should set up on defense because I didn't want to be too far in, but I also didn't want to like not set up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What would have made more sense? Because I tried. I feel like I ended up getting out. It was, I think, from here, but it was still like I ended up getting jumped by both the Sombra and the Tracer. Up top where I ended up sitting up. So should I have been more like where the stairs are,
I mean, well,
or
first
does
of
it
all,
not?
where is your kill zone? First of all,
Like subway area, kind of where the
yeah, subway. Well,
well, like
you
below
see
it.
what
I mean,
space.
yeah,
Yeah, you see what space you got. I mean, what
yeah,
DPS you got in general. You got a lot of long range poke potential. Like all this area, this is your kill zone in a way, kind of. So you tell me, what do you think? Are you contributing to the kill zone then?
yeah,
Yeah, so it's alright.
kinda.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, this is yeah, they have the sidelines than you. That's what matters. It might seem like a really long range angle, but all these guys they can do something in that location where you are. I would just not be sitting like this way. Maybe sit this way, so it's gonna be easier for you to catch anybody who's coming this way. You might just two tap
Oh,
them,
okay.
and your sidelines they're gonna see you. You just do it like in a more isolated way. Oh, you still can get away to be out, but just sit here. That's alright.
Okay.
Yeah, you would notice them too because of the invis thing. Yeah, if they get through, they're really close. You still can, yeah, you know where they are. You can
Okay.
reveal them. Yeah, what's that? That's what that called. That's alright. That was the right position. Why not? It was good.
Yeah, I think I took too much time like trying to figure out where I should be.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's alright. That was the right position for sure. Later, it will be difficult to set up there exactly. But no, it's alright. Okay. Can challenge this, sure. I can kill them still.
She scared the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
See how far are you going? Like, why are you going that far, right? Why not use this as your safety corner? Just even though you're scared
Yeah.
of something, right? You
Yeah.
need to really lean towards the corners. You don't wanna avoid going backwards. And
Yeah.
definitely you can
Okay.
challenge this Moira too by herself, so it's alright. Just don't go that far back. You just have to do unnecessary movements like TP, and now you could just be
Yeah.
climbing up.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'm too out in the open
Yeah, it's kind of
again.
similar. You need to find the cover. You move towards. Think about yourself first, and then heal your team.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of my bigger problems, for sure.
Yeah, like this. This is better. You got the angle. You got the cover. You can help your team out from this one. Why not? If your team is pushing, you can push up as well. Take the right side. Possibly would be better. Just watch out. See the kill zone changes. Go over here. Yeah, the kill zone's going this way. You're pushing this. Don't stay on this angle anymore. You want to get closer. Always try to contribute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that maybe could save the Doomfist just at least. Yeah, the distracting attention, to look around, or maybe look for a few trades. You get a kill, maybe 2 kills, and then we'll escape later. That's alright.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
When we're on defense, I feel like this is a big problem I have no matter what, like offense or defense. But I feel like I do it a lot more on defense just because of the nature of like obviously they're pushing towards us, so I tend to back up. What like how do we make sure that like I'm not how do I say this? Like how do I help my team stay forward more without like because everyone's falling back, right? Like we're on defense, like they're pushing towards us. How do we like at what point do I determine like okay, we shouldn't be pulling back in this case, like we should be going forward or like standing where we are, versus like okay, we have to give them that space, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
something
that
I
makes
have
sense.
trouble with.
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally. Okay. Yeah, I can give you this idea. When you deciding should you push forward or pull back or hold a position, mainly you can look at it like the score of the fight idea. Okay, what I mean by that is whenever you have equal score, usually should be fine with holding a position. Whenever you have the highest score, you generally speaking gonna be pushing up. If you have lower score, then you're going backwards typically. Okay, what the score is based on? There are a lot of things. But I would look into first is numbers. So you just look at the numbers of your team and the enemy. It requires you to track kill feed and press tab a little bit
Mhm.
more. Another thing is ultimates. This one is important. It's not just ultimates, but ultimates being used. Ultimates which we are using currently. Really important. Oh, you can go back. Let's remember this timestamp. 9:48. Okay, so it's been when you guys overused the ultimates. Let me see. I think can be good example. Yeah, start of here. So now, there are a lot of ultimates. A lot of is going on. But based on the score of the fight, you can identify what you should be doing. Mostly, yeah, you just look at those two things for now. You shouldn't overcomplicate this. In terms of numbers, you're just looking at how many people have. You guys have 5. They have 4. Okay,
Mhm.
but you are using. Actually, I can go a little bit back. You started using coalescence and wait, so many. Yeah, so just okay. It's least we started using this symmetry wall. Symmetry wall. They have 4. Ah, actually no. They even 3. Yeah, they have three members. Yeah, two of them are then. But you have the wall, so it's one ultimate. But they're also using their ultimate. It's 1. And what do you do with this? Score of the fight. You just read the numbers, and then you you need to add ultimates to it, like ultimates being used. Why are you doing it this way? Because it's oversimplifies your thought process. Because every ultimate is different. Yeah, some ultimates are more expensive, some ultimates are less expensive. Like Tracer Pulse Bomb is not as expensive. Zaryagraph is pretty expensive, but if you would make it such as think about the ultimate like if it equals 1 man or like 1 kill in general, then it makes it easier for you to decide should you use your ultimate or not, should you even be taking space or not. Okay, so
Okay.
this here they have numbers like 3 and they use an ultimate, so they have score of 4. Now you have five numbers, 5 members, and using one ultimate. So you have score of 6. Okay. 6 versus 4. Who has an advantage?
We do.
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that?
We do.
Yeah, you do. Okay. And then should you be using an ultimate here? What do you think?
No.
No. Okay. So this is how you decide. Generally speaking, it's just whenever decide to do something or not, it's all about giving yourself an advantage. Like thinking, okay, I need the highest score. This is the main point. Yeah, like make sure. So with ultimate, yeah, let's write it down. Ultimate usage. You need to have highest score somehow, or even score. Yeah, maybe let's say just in cases where they use a lot of stuff and their score becomes like 7. Okay, their score becomes
Mhm.
7 here, and then you're like, okay, let's make it even at least, so we have equal chances. Then the ultimate is fine. But if you have the score of 6 already, they have score of 4. It does make sense for you to use your hero ultimate. Okay,
Okay.
it's from perspective
Yeah,
of
that makes
ultimates.
sense.
Yeah, but from just space perspective, like your positioning, you need to be walking forward. So it's like high score. I'm writing it down. You push forward. Press W. If you have lower score, usually you need to give up space. Yeah, lower score. Give up space. And if you have equal numbers, just even, yeah, even numbers, then you hold the position. Generally speaking, yeah. Does it make sense so far? Yeah, I will give you some examples too, but yep.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate you putting it into numbers because I'm a logic person brain. So
Yeah. Yeah.
the numbers help a ton.
Yeah. That definitely should help a lot. So seeing you, for example, here. Yeah, remember that fight on defense where I was saying, okay, we can walk forward. See. Yeah, it's been here, I believe. Just slightly more back. Okay. So you guys have yeah, what is the score of the fight now?
uh, we're down 2, so it's 3 and wait.
Yeah,
They're
they're
down
down
2,
too. Yeah, they're
sorry.
down too.
They're down 2. So it's 5 and 3.
Yeah, 5 and C. Nobody's using the ultimate, so 5 and C, just push forward. That's it, yeah?
Okay.
And you don't need anything. Well, generally speaking, any ultimates. 4v3 is still push forward. 4v3, 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 but then becomes 4v4 or 5v4. You start giving up space. That's where you should have been, yeah, walking for later more backwards, but you keep kind of staying, holding the position. Yeah, no reason for you
Okay.
to do so, right?
Okay. Does it matter? Like, I guess the one thing that throws me off is like obviously a tank being alive on one team versus not on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Does that come into play at all in that like calculation?
Yes, it's one of these nuances, but I wouldn't think about it too deep now, like from this perspective,
Okay.
because there are also other things such as who has better position, who has better angles, but it's more complicated. That's why I
Okay.
just say start with numbers and ultimates. It's gonna be good enough for now. It's
Yeah.
gonna give you a lot of understanding. Should you be doing something or not? Should you give up space or not? Should you use your
Okay.
ultimate or not? So 5v5. Maybe 5v5 numbers. You have great position. So it's fine for you to start off with ultimate because your main idea is to have high score. Yeah, whenever you decide should you use ult or not, yeah, just look at if you can get high score, even score. So decide doing that. That is good from tempo perspective. Yeah, we're shooting, and then
So now we're even.
yeah. Well, now it's what's happening. So there's 3, yeah. Like if you make calculations, what is that? You have a Doomfist using ultimate. So you have C alive, but Doomfist using ultimate, and yeah, Reaper just used the ultimate. So now your score is 4. They also have something like the 3. It's 1 ultimate, and there's only 1 tracer. Well, oh, I mean Orisa. Oh, Orisa's using ultimate too, so it's 2. Okay, 2 plus 2, yeah, it's like 4. 4v4 in a way. Mm. But this is how you do it. You can do it all times. At all times, you can just kind of make those calculations. 4v4 or 5v4 or 3v2. I don't know. So here, you give enough
Okay.
space makes sense actually, but you have to
Okay.
move to cover, so you don't just like move too far up. If you're really good at it, you can make some predictions where you're gonna have bigger numbers in a way. Because I'll play around this angle here. I expect my team is coming back, so you will have bigger
Mhm.
numbers around this space later. It's gonna be like
Okay.
3v2, so you can be more confident and you start taking space. You should be 3v2. Yeah, take space. Don't stay here. Like go here instantly and support the
Okay.
Doomfist. All the time it changes. Contribution to the kill zone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions about all of this or?
No, this is helping a ton.
Nice. See, now it makes sense to try to take space. Okay. Times before the fight. Sometimes you can literally be good at recognizing those small things. Who has more resources too, like small cooldowns advantage. Because ultimately
Yeah.
it's all about resources. Who has more resources pushes forward. Who has less, they pull back. So I would say they used to like translicate a recall. You could be already pushing up, but you don't have to pay attention to it as much now, though. I would just say hold the position, see those bigger things like numbers, ultimates. That's good enough. Yeah. So here you don't see if possibly you can maintain this position longer. How you do that? You need cover as well. Like be careful. I wouldn't like go back that much. You see like how far back you are. Let me see. Yeah, you're really far back. Where should you be now? You give up that space, sure.
Um.
Maybe you don't have the kill zone there anymore, but where's that though? Where's your kill zone? See this?
Uh. Yeah. Like generally, payload and like a little bit in front of it.
Yeah, yeah. That's when that's where your team likes to take the fight. So where should you be then?
Probably more like by that bus on the right, or uh, I'm not sure where else from this angle.
Yeah, I think this is good enough. Well, you can also take this one and wall climb later, but any of those
Okay.
angles, like either left or right, kind of not that far though. Your kill zone is over here,
Yeah.
and you have numbers advantage towards that area too. Remember, you can always divide the space. Think where you have an advantage. Now it's 5v4, so you will be needing to push up as well. But now you're really far back, and you're kind of just holding the position.
Okay.
And in the holding, maybe it's also like really far anyway. So the enemy team, you make it easy for them to reset and just wait for the trade. So make it harder for them.
Okay.
Like push with your cast, you would just push this here and then maybe help out your Doomfist as well. Those guys have been more active, yeah? But now you give them a chance to like reset potentially. Which they still don't, but well. Yeah, see now? Yeah, push up. Take a little bit more space. Now you have your ultimate. And you still can be, after you get in this Moira, you can be pushing up later. You see how this habit kills you? You move backwards. Like,
Yeah.
even there, okay, I would like you to think, okay, move up, use this as a cover, or use this truck as a cover, literally. Like, stay really close, use it as a cover. That's it.
Okay.
You would stay alive, I think. You go
Okay.
backwards, then not as necessary.
That was interesting.
Okay. Setting, going up. Yeah. Yeah, 5v4 you can push. 5v3 you can push. Yeah, see? Okay, nice. It's just a little bit of value potentially, yeah. Always getting the staggers, why not? Always nice. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, any questions about all of this?
No, this is really helpful. I think, uh, yeah, no, this is really helpful. And I feel
Nice.
like it'll help me a ton.
Nice, good. Okay, then Let's try to summarize this, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be,
hmm
for the most part, yeah, all of those notes. What do we got out of today with you then?
I need to stop going backwards. Pay attention more to like whether we're up or down on alts plus people alive, and then use corners more,
Mm-hmm.
and cover more, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Try to anticipate where killzone is as well.
Kill
At
zone,
all
yeah.
times, yeah. See your angles with how you set up all that cover as well. You just need to be able to contribute to the kill zone, so don't be scared about like staying really close sometimes too. It's okay. And yeah, as I mentioned, it's fine thing to experiment with those angles whenever you're gonna be going those more greedy angles, maybe it seems. It's still fine. You might
Okay.
die there, but it's just you wanna solve the safety later, solve the being behind the cover later. It's alright. You can get
Okay.
better at it, but yeah, you need to fix the playmaking first all the time. And I think those notes about going backwards, avoiding going backwards, but instead of trying to go towards the cover, yeah, move from corner to corner constantly is
hmm
important. So you will be pressing A key or like D key, yeah, A, D, A, D, depending on the situation, stuff like that. What about how do you identify when to push forward, when to go back as well?
Based on the score
Score the fight.
currently.
Yeah, yeah. So, and what is it based on?
By the way, we're all on controllers, so just FYI, we're not on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just gonna call this in general. Whenever you have high score,
Yeah.
you press. No, it's not about W, right? It's just take space, for example, or you can.
Yeah.
If you have lower score, then you give up space, and then if you have even numbers, you hold the position. Yeah, yeah. I think that's gonna be good.
Okay.
Mm, when you decide to use your ultimate or not, it's just the main idea is you need to have high score or even score. So that's how we decide. You might avoid using your ultimate at wrong times. Mm,
Okay.
yeah, I think should be good. Any any questions maybe about all of this for today or
No, I think I'm good. I think the biggest uh I think I have quite a few things to work on, but it's good. Um yeah, I should be able to spend a little bit more time doing that this week.
nice. Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna send you the recording as usual and should be good.